Jojo's. Oh, I love you so. I watched the first two parts of Jojo's way back in 2024. My thoughts, I really wasn't much invested in the story at the time, I can't lie. And watching this show on Netflix and having absolutely zero idea, zero knowledge of the show made things very complicated for my thinker to comprehend. I mean, the thought of compiling both the first and second part into one season really made things confusing. I mean, I just saw Jonathan finally dealing with Dio. Dio is dead. I'm happy. You are happy. We're all in pure ecstasy to see that natural born hater dead. Give me in the next episode, I'm looking at a 16-year-old kid with a Tommy gun. That is how I low-key got very confused. 2 years later, 2026, the new 2016. Is that what the kids are saying these days? I just finally finished high school and decided to finally give Jojo's a chance. Oh my peak, I fucking love this show, man. I rewatched part 2 because I really couldn't remember jack shit of how it even ended. And then part 3 is where I finally got it. Stars! Ah! I can finally die in peace, man. I was so confused when I was watching the first part of JoJo's and I didn't see shit. I didn't see any floating ghost that can punch very fast. I didn't see that one specific one with the fat ass forehead and pipes running around its back. I was devastated. Also, what do you mean Dio is still alive? The absolute wackiness of these individuals traveling from Japan to Egypt and fighting stand users on the way and seeing the most random stands and stand users like this beautiful, bouncing baby boy with a fat ass forehead or even a perverted orangutan. Dio, why? What bewitched you? What bewitched you to get these people? A baby, Dio, a baby! Then came part 4. Was it as ridiculous as part 3? Well, that's a very good question. I loved part 4 even more. From the adventure series to a murder mystery in a random town in Japan was just peak, man. Part 5, Jono is my favorite Jojo. And God, I love how Golden Experience is designed. And I'm not adding anything to that. Part 6 was alright. Part 6 wasn't always my favorite JoJo's part, and no, it's not because the main character is a woman. Actually, she's my second favorite JoJo. I mean, look at her. She's just built different. She, in my opinion, is the most ballsy JoJo. Ironically, like the amount of damage Joylene will take and still will be able to move and fight. Also, what the fuck even is a Mobius strip? I wouldn't think of that. You wouldn't think of that. Jono wouldn't be able to think of that. And I fucking love Jono. And the fact that she's the only JoJo that I've ever seen was able to actually go hand to hand with an actual stand. Come on, which other JoJo would do that? I look, you want a woman like that for real. But enough about Joylene. So I remember starting to watch JoJo's and I had something called Steel Ball Run. I was in part 3 at the time. Apparently another JoJo's part was about to drop and the hype was crazy. Don't get me wrong, I fucking loved the setting in JoJo's and I knew part 6 at the time was set in 2011. I look at the cover for Steel Ball Run, I see horses, I see the desert. What the fuck is going on here, Araki? When was JoJo's part 7 set in? 1890. A week after Steel Ball Run drop is when I finally caught up to the rest of JoJo's, and then I sat down and watched it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 7, Steel Ball Run. And what is this OST? Holy! JoJo's theme was a banger. I loved it. But when I heard Johnny's theme, you go Kano! This OST got me feeling things. God damn! Steel Ball Run is a transcontinental race on horseback from San Diego to New York. And immediately, I knew this shit finna be different. The real nagging question was, will there be stands here too? I didn't know that Johnny will be one of the most cracked characters of all JoJo's. And I didn't care, cause are you hearing this shit? So this man is Steven Steele. He is the promoter of Steel Ball Run. This is his wife. Trust you me, I have a lot to say about this. This is Gyro Zeppeli. Look at this individual. The hat, the green lips, those green, juicy, succulent lips. Gyro is the deuteragonist of the show, and the first time we actually saw this man, he was going to register for the Steel Ball Run. Long story cut short, this is Johnny. Johnny is many things actually. He is crippled, he is the main character, he's also into gyros balls. Pause. Gyro had an encounter with this happy looking fella, and he used his steel balls to beat the absolute daylights out of him. Just like anyone else, Johnny was curious. What are those? What are those green steel spinning balls? I mean, wouldn't you be curious? So Johnny rolls his way there and attempts to touch his balls, and the effect of touching his balls made him stand up, made his legs erect. Johnny wants to touch it more, but Gyro refuses, and Johnny even tries to buy his way to touch Gyro's balls. Johnny, that is not the type of business we're running here, man. Gyro tells crippled little Johnny that he'll be gone for his participating in the steel ball run. Johnny wants to touch Gyro's balls. I think we've already established that. And he's willing to follow this man across the continent just for that. Talk about devotion. But I'm no horse expert, but I think you need a working pair of legs. And that is one thing our good friend here, Johnny, does not have. So among the long list of what Johnny is, I can now add something that he isn't. A horse rider. So somehow Johnny gets a horse and is able to ride said horse after an entire night of the horse dragging him. How, you may ask? How was this 5'4" crippled man, Johnny Joestar, able to climb upon his trusty steed? It's simple really. Gyro just told him that if you have the will to ride the horse, then why don't you just put it to good use? What the fuck does that mean, Gyro Zeppeli? And just like that, little Johnny was able to climb upon his horse. I'm not gonna talk about the entire race, but just some things that caught my eye. For example,
Mohammed Abdul! Yes, I am!
not. This is Ahmed Abdul, a Mohammed Abdul cameo from part 3. That leads me to Dio, or Diego Brando, which is another cameo of the original Dio that led to the entire of part 1 through 6. Dio, son, what the fuck is that? Dio, you do you, man. So back to the show in general, this shit is peak. The animation looks so wow. With the sole exception of some few clips in the episode that did look quite odd in my opinion, with the use of little to no CGI. Another example is, who the fuck even is Poco Loco? Poco Loco is a black man with luck. Like insane luck. Just like most girls who believe in horoscopes, Poco Loco was just told by a fortune teller that for the next few months he will be getting insane luck. But the luck this fortune teller was talking about, I'm talking hitting all your parlays on a Champions League night. See what I mean? This is how my man Poco Loco is moving, and he takes full advantage of that. For example, Poco Loco is late and somehow catches up to the guys ahead by taking a shortcut. On normal occasions, this shit will kill your horse. But no, normal occasions and Poco Loco cannot be put in the same sentence. I mean, I just did, but you know what I mean. And after saying all that, does that answer the question of who the fuck even is Poco Loco? Well, I don't know. And now we've seen it all. A crippled man who is able to climb and ride his horse, some pretty cool looking steel balls, a native man who is able to run at the same speed or even faster than horses, an individual with insane luck. Whatever those are, what else can a man want from a show? And the best part alone in the episode is the final stretch, where it's all neck and neck between the crippled man, the man who can play with his balls, this guy, Poco Loco, and of course, Dio. Who won? Well, this will lead to a physics lesson. I'll be reading this shit off of ChatGPT. Wind moved quickly. This created pressure difference. The pressure difference created the force that... Just not due to the Bernoulli's principle, whatever that means, Gyro was able to win. So yeah, so do you remember when I said that I have a lot to say about Steven Steele's wife? Yeah, I'm not doing that today. But in the next video, which I think that probably I might most likely post another video on the Steel Ball Run manga, since at the time of making this shit, I'm still in chapter 64. So yeah, hopefully I do that. Yeah, subscribe, do all that stuff that will eventually make me money. Till then, bye-bye!